me I go pay to listen to this. So I have 4 albums in the market. Some people like, if you go to, what's it called now? Where's that place? If you go to streaming platforms, yes. So I can't shift to go another gear. So I ran for office, and that was the greatest lesson of my life. So I had 15 million and I thought that I had money. I mean, come on, state people sat down. I mean, in quite honest, go there. People can sit down like this and listen for 1 hour, and they just love me talking. I thought I was raising the consciousness of the people. They were very happy. On the day of the primaries, I had just 5 million left. Somebody say 5 million. The 2 opponents that I was fighting against, one had 30 million. Another one had 45 million. State House of Assembly, the people, I saw people live when I was going to share my own money. So if you have, you know what delegates are, right? But I won't bore you too much. So by the time I was sharing like 100K, the other people were sharing like, even me, I looked at, don't vex, vote for the other person. Honorable Obika in the building, can we celebrate him? Welcome, sir. And guess what, people? Politics has everything to do with timing. So after canvassing, campaigning, spending money for like 8 months, the man that I adopted as my godfather is in his 80s. In 2019, he was the one telling me, because I took my father, they handed me over to him, so you can imagine that. I was a don in my village. 15 million. The night before the primaries, Baba called me and said, listen, my son, you know, say, you get PhD. These people, I say, yes. Say, you know, say, you sabi talk. Nobody they talk with you. I say, yes. He said, we know that you have businesses and stuff. There is nobody comparable to you. In fact, we know that once you become our man, once you win, you will send our children abroad. We know that. You are going to do everything. Our community will become better. The hospitals will work. School will work and everything. But my son, you know I've encouraged you in the last 8 months. But today, the person he was asking me to step down for, he cannot address anybody. He did not even go to school. In fact, I learned that the certificate he got. Why are you calling somebody? Why are you thinking I'm talking about somebody? What is your problem? Please don't get me in trouble. Professor Chris Nwokabia in the building. Can we celebrate him? Ha! When I see men like this, I know say today I don't blow. Somebody made a mistake, went on Twitter and said, Dr. Mo, so now you want to make money. I quickly went there and said, before uncle, I am cashing out today. Somebody say cash out. I am cashing out. I see Dr. Obaze in the building are telling me I will not cash out. What's wrong with you? Celebrate Dr. Obaze. Come on, somebody. Do you know the lineage? Do you know where I'm coming from? You think I am talking about my accolades for nothing? When you have a dogged politician, you have a diplomat, a writer. So I am cashing out today in my kingdom. Oh man, it's going to be such fun. So he told me that I was going to step down. I couldn't believe my life. He told me that He wanted me to go to the school that I could never go through in my entire life. I was standing there, it was like deja vu, unbelievable. But guess what? The exactly next day, I took my 5 million and I organized a big event for the whole town. I lost out to, you not hear me, but I learned the greatest lesson where? That is why we are fighting. Do you understand? That's why we'll be fighting with one hand and building what? With the other hand. So ladies and gentlemen, I think it's warm enough now. Can you clap for yourself, everybody, wherever you are? Welcome to the Nigerian Dream book launch. I'm going to be doing the introductions as we go because it is my job. So when some people advise and say, you know what, let's get some dignity, let's get some Nollywood people and all of that, I say no. I will not write a book and somebody who hasn't read the book to come and give the narrative. It will not happen. So is that okay? So I need you to strap in your seatbelt and get ready because we're going to go on this ride. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce the next person here. His name is Abdul Kas. This guy is just out of the box, right? He plays all the musical instruments. If you know who Yanni is, that's the level at which he operates. And he's here today and is going to be He's the one person, I met him over 20-something years ago. He understands, he's like Einstein. He understands things even without, I don't understand that kind of gift. Philosophy, aeronautical, everything. So, because I'm saying that today, you're going to see him play just one thing. And there are many things to his life. Okay? And as we go, I'll keep introducing them like that as we go so that you can also understand the different perspective of who people are. Abdul Kas, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, my friend and brother, Abdul Kas, can we make him feel welcome?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
To serve our father's land with love, strength, and faith, then the labors of our heroes past will not be in vain. If only Obolonane. Dechi wa toba jawikbe. In love and honesty we will daily grow. Then NEPA lights go day like the sun and the stars in go fluctuate. If only Obolonane. Dechi wa toba jawikbe. God bless Nigeria. We will daily pray instead of the curses we daily rain on our leaders. Then the God of this land will direct our nobles' cause to lead our leaders right. If only Obolonane. Dechi wa toba jawikbe. You and I will do the right thing. You and I will vote right. If only you and I will demand for the right thing to be done, then the labors of our heroes past will not be in vain. But you see, we are always quick to blame everything on the devil
Now the devil will make the INEC chairman do wuru on election day now. But I beg, who be the devil? Have you seen the devil before? Well, the devil is right here, ladies and gentlemen. The devil is seated next to you. The devil is the one seated at your back. The devil is the one seated right in front of you. Now you be the devil. Iwolishu. No be that thing that lady takes palm oil like you take coffee every morning. Now you where they steal the taxpayers' money. You dress in robe of charity the next morning. You build free alimentary school for the children, shouting, "Rankedede, Baba dede, Baba ke owo meji feri kan." But I, the poet, will tell them. I'll tell them they don't need to fight over a bowl of eba because they have money. Yes, they are rich. Only that it has been stolen by you, the devil. Now you be the devil, he won't let you. No be that thing where they live for Orita Meta the T junction. Now you will kill your own son and use your neighbor's daughters for money rituals. The next day, you clad yourself in robe of pity. Go to wipe tears away from the eyes of your victims. You even dash them money. But you didn't tell them the truth. You didn't tell them it's the flesh of their children you are spending. Who can be the devil? If not a heartless akpaniyan like you. Now you be the devil. He will issue. No be your neighbor. No be that thing you usually put the blame on. Now you will say Western education is forbidden. And because they don't agree with your doctrine, you slice their throats, you cut them to pieces. You bomb down a whole city, believing you will be rewarded with free virgins when you get to Alijana. Well, don't get it twisted because there's no virgin for the devil. Professor Oloju Pano. You failed that girl because she refused this sex. Mr. Manager, come and do. Because of women who've turned hotels to men employment bureau. Mr. Minister, you get better wife for us now, but still you've turned women's tie to tables on which contract are signed. Daddy elect more blue. You defied your own daughter. Uncle, you know what you do now. So me on my way, no need to remind you, say, now you be the devil. So, next time before you go to Mecca, when you go to Mecca, before you pick up that stone and cast it at Achitani. Today is Sunday. When next you go to church, maybe for your midweek service, before you shout fire, ask yourself, now who be the devil?
Of fear is raging on, but we won't give in. Destiny is calling on. Would you be there? The story is being told now. We're just getting started now. Fate we wear a likeness on. Our hope high. We come long, long way. Don't stand in our way now. We are the ones to make it right. We won't look back no more. We are marching forward to our place called our own. No going back, no, no. We won't turn back, no, no going back, no, no, yeah, we won't turn back, no. See, we keep moving on, we keep the fire burning, we keep the light on. To the mountains up. The night we fight hard, not taking a flight for a ride. We hold on till we see the sun. The sea comes, the morning we hunt. If we let the tree fall, we will have no shelter. Raise the candlelight and make the call. Here we come, no going back, no, no. Hey, we won't turn back, no, no going back, no, no. We won't turn back, no. See, we keep moving on. We keep the fire burning. We keep the light on. Yeah. To the mountaintop. See, we keep moving on. We keep the fire burning. We keep the light on. To the mountaintop. See, we started a journey, right, for a new Nigeria, and we are going somewhere. So I need you to do something. Please, can you be on your feet? Bring out your phone and put on the touch. Everybody, let's do that. Sorry. Raise it up. Put it up. Yeah. We are not going back on that. No going back. No. No. Yeah. We won't turn back. No. No going back. No. No, 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 no. We won't turn back. No. We keep moving on. Yeah. We keep the fire burning. Yeah. We keep the light on. To the mountaintop. See, we keep moving on. Yeah. We keep the fire burning. Yeah. We keep the light on. To the mountaintop. See, we keep moving on. Yeah. We keep the fire burning. Yeah. We keep the light on. To the mountaintop. Everybody, we keep moving on. We keep the fire burning. We keep the light on. To the mountaintop.
out with us many days, just for a moment, just rise up on your feet and just do this wherever you are. It's deeply spiritual. This is how we know that the Nigerian dream will meet us at daylight one day. Be seated, people. One more time, celebrate Jasari. Tasari, that's our name. Tasari, thank you. Thank you for making us proud. Thank you so much. That was very chilly, isn't it? Inclusion. Only mothers can bring those kind of things. Can't you see that? One more time, let's celebrate Tasara. Tasara. Women, come on, let's celebrate your own. I'm careful not to say our own because you know that. Yeah. Thank you for raising the bar. This is the Nigerian dream. Before she came up, GB Chris was up. Fantastic musician and artist. This guy has written some of the most awesome consciousness-driven song around Africa. One more time, let's celebrate GB Chris. And I speak about GB Chris because part of the Nigerian dream is we want to see people like GB Chris on the mainstream. Maybe when I look at Nigerians in terms of our artistry, in music, in religion, in our skills and all the things we've done around the world. And by the way, Nigerians are the highest paid immigrant even in the United States of America. It speaks of our doggedness, of our power of work. But when you look at those thresholds in the UN or the global indicator for nation building and growth, those things that we are known for are not part of those indicators. And that brings us again to what are those indices that qualify for consumption to production. It is time for us to touch on those nuts because that is why we're here today. And before that, before GB Chris was on my way, a father, an MC, a poet, and a very dangerous activist. Some of those who will push you inside fire, but they'll be there with you. Can we celebrate Omawe too here today? Omawe, where are you? Just to celebrate you, you're there. Thank you. And so we're going to have other people come up, but at this particular juncture, we want to move. It's going to be a bit unusual for the normal book launch that we are used to. So, in the next maybe 40 minutes, just in 5 minutes each, because this is live in about 15 channels. They're watching us all over the world. Haven't we been gifted with the best time in life? Yeah, we are. And so, chapter 1 speaks about the men of 63. Here today, in the next 5 minutes, is none other than Eketi.
Good evening, everyone.
I still talk past you now.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name is Eketi Edimaite, and today I'm here to do a reading of the first chapter of Dr. Moses' book. I'm just going to take excerpts. I won't read the whole thing, just a few parts. So for the next 6 minutes or so, you are all mine. So this is a short story about two men named Kemna and Abema. Kemna had always been a dreamer with dreams and hopes for a better future that would soon be his. But he was the type of man who never seemed to find fulfillment or, in fact, the courage to change his situation. He would complain to his friends and family about never getting ahead, but he did nothing to achieve his goals. His fear of failure and his comfort with the status quo kept him from taking risks or making significant changes in his life. I'm pausing here to say that when Dr. Mo asked me to do this reading, he said, Eketi, when I saw chapter 1, you are the person who came to mind. And I was intrigued because I hadn't read the book at then. He sent it and I looked at, the chapter. I said, it's only God that could have. Kenna remained trapped in a cycle of discontent and unfulfillment, unable to break free from his own self-imposed restrictions and limitations. He became increasingly bitter as the years passed, trapped in a never-ending cycle of an unsatisfying life. His complaint was not unique, as many people feel trapped in mundane routine and struggle to break free from it. Our dear Kenna had failed where others had succeeded. This is the story of many of us. We wake up in the morning, we take our baths, we go to work, we come back, we turn on the TV, and maybe like my grandfather, we slip off in front of NTA. And when someone is trying to change the channel, you're like, no, I'm still watching it, even though he's sleeping. And this is the cycle that we do over and over and over. And we wake up and we're bitter and we're wondering, why is my life not changing? Because we are afraid to fail, we never try. We fail to realize that it is better to try and fail than to never try at all. Entrepreneurial dreams. As the years went by, Kenna became more disillusioned with his life. He would frequently catch himself thinking about the life he could have had if only he had been brave enough to take the risks required to achieve his goal. I know that some of us are here, we wake up and you're like, if only I had registered for that exam. You know when they are saying, oh, go back to school, and you're like, it will take me 4 years. But 4 years will pass whether you go back to school or not. Some of us wake up and we regret the trajectory of our lives, just like Kenna. Membership. He reasoned that if he invested in his body and health, he could at least improve that aspect of his life. However, after his second visit to the gym, he realized that it was not enough to make him happy, so he quit. I just want to add here that I don't think that it was unhappiness that made him quit. I think it was waist pain. Have you ever registered for a gym in your 40s? After that first day, body would tell you. Like you wake up and you feel like someone has snatched your real body and there is an alien here, because everywhere, like you would discover muscles in places you didn't think you had muscles before. Anyway, after never fully committing to anything at all, Kenna turned 63. He felt the best part of his life was behind him and there was no reason to try anymore. On the other hand, we have Abeba. Abeba always wanted to find his place in life. Ever since he was a young man, he had felt a gnawing in his heart, an unspoken sense that he needed to do something great, something meaningful. But despite his best attempts, he had never quite been able to work out just what that thing was. As he aged, as all humans do, the feeling grew more intense. After his 62nd birthday, it became a constant presence in his mind, something that he was desperate to solve. He felt a pressing need to find answers before it was too late. It's like kind of my grandfather waking up at 70 and deciding that he wants to learn roller skating. So when his daughter, who lived on the other side of the country, called one day and asked if he would come stay with her for a while, Abeba saw it as a sign from the universe. Maybe he needed to step away from his life to allow him to think and to finally figure out the answer to his lifelong question. Sometimes it's okay to step away from the familiar, to leave your comfort zone, to go to a place of retreat and think. On the second day of his stay, he walked around the neighborhood, marveled at how beautiful the world was, how brightly the sun shone, and how the birds sang. That was when he realized that what his something great was. back at his daughter's house, he mapped out a plan. He intended to build a community for the elderly who didn't have anywhere else to go. A place that was filled with love and warmth and a sense of belonging. And I dare say that in Nigeria, we're desperately in need of such places. After a month, he had a detailed plan for making it happen. He saw no reason to wait and took immediate action by contacting the appropriate people to assist in making his vision a reality. Abeba found his purpose at the age of 63. He discovered his calling in life and set out to make a difference. It was finally time to live up to his potential. So with a clear sense of purpose, he worked tirelessly towards his goal. He finally did it, and with doing it came a sense of fulfillment, deep contentment, and satisfaction, because ultimately he had achieved something great and important. He had done something despite his advanced age and the adversity and hardship that came with it. He was inspiring, demonstrating that age is not a barrier to greatness and that dreams, regardless of your age, can come true. Abeba was living proof that real change can occur at any time. All you have to do is reach out and take it. Thank you.
When Herbert Macaulay founded the first political party in Nigeria, it was a call for dreamers, fellow travelers on the road to freedom. Nothing was certain about the destination or the duration of the journey. It only mattered that franchise had become a reality in a colony so poorly constituted that its failure resonated with the urgency of colonial plunder. So when women marched in Aba in 1929 against the regime of unfair taxation, the dream had climbed a higher plane, rolling away the stones of impossibility. Together, the General Workers' Strike of 1945 and the protest by coal miners in 1949 constituted a tsunami of nationalistic movements, ultimately leading to independence in 1960. The Army of Nationalists, led by our founding fathers, Sir Ahmadu Bello, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, dreamt of a unified progressive Nigeria, a leader in Africa and the world, standing with dignity in unity and faith, peace and progress, leading the frontiers of justice, equity, fairness and inclusion. The man who made my sandals in the beautiful city of Aba had these words to say: I am a graduate of computer engineering. I was forced to learn this craft so I can survive. I wish there was no corruption and poor people like me can receive loans from the government. He knew what boundaries he could break with his craft, what height it could raise him. All he needed was a simple thing that every government in every progressive society should give its people: access to opportunities. There are many voices in his words, millions of young people crying, begging for transparency, for merit to preside where capacity is an indispensable resource. And like the generation of Nigerians who saw
the final flutter of the Union Jack. He dreamt of a country where his dreams could roam free, unhindered by the walls of nepotism. But his dreams are no different from that of Madam Isa, the Akara vendor. Her heavy groans of the slaps of inflation on the prices of groundnut oil are futile to the worries of a civil servant whose monthly wage cannot lift a bag of rice. Nor can they break the silence of a tomato vendor whose wares are buried under the rubble of demolished structures at Gishiri. But whatever hopes, dreams, aspirations lie on the other side of the groans, worries, and silence of these Nigerians, there is the Nigerian dream. The Nigerian dream is not the pageantry of an ex-militant leader addressing the press from the seat of power despite endorsing the slave trade and threatening murder on an entire tribe. The Nigerian dream is a little schoolgirl in a small village in Borno whose path to destiny will not be overrun by threats and guns. The Nigerian dream is a little boy in Anambra who will not take refuge in a bush, mapping out spots on a road where the kidnap of a big man offers lesser risks. The Nigerian dream is a father who will not sit with his grandchildren groaning over electricity. 2 generations of Nigerians nursing the bruises of something that should be normal in every progressive society. The Nigerian dream is citizens who pay taxes and not worry about the plunder of the treasury, for they will see tangible, measurable results of fulfilling the obligation. The Nigerian dream is buildings that will consider the mobility of persons living with disability in their design. The Nigerian dream is businesses that will not compromise on customer satisfaction. The Nigerian dream is public institutions that will uphold their mandate with dignity. An electoral umpire that will uphold the integrity of a promise to deliver free, fair, credible, and inclusive polls. An education system that will prioritize character building. The Nigerian dream is a political system that will think of generational impact through the promotion of democratic values. An executive that will uphold the rule of law. An executive that will prioritize the security and welfare of citizens. A legislature that will not sit as rubber stamps. A judiciary that will not become a vestigial arm of government. A press that will uphold the ethics of the trade, insisting on fact-checking and not fiddle with match on dry grass. The Nigerian dream is not Wazobia. It is Efik. It is Nupe. It is Ijo. It is Ishekiri. It is Bambora. It is Fulani. It is Kanuri. The Nigerian dream is the over 250 ethnic nationalities in Nigeria standing together and screaming, "We are Nigerians." Thank you.
One more time. That's Happy Prince. Happy Prince. Thank you. Thank you. A poet, the founder of Abba Poetry Club, a father soon to be. Yes. Yes. A father soon to be. One more time. Celebrate Happy Prince. And before him was the lovely story of Kena and a baby was told by Eketi. How many of you love that story? Eketi Ete Dimash is an author and founder of Kenedima Consulting. One more time, let's celebrate her. Such a powerful, powerful rendition. One of the fantastic storytellers we have in our time. There's a chapter in the book that speaks to the narrative of state capture. What does it mean? What is it about? Dr. Peter Piper.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to either stand or sit on already established protocol. You know, when you hear that someone like Dr. Mo has written a book on Nigeria, what do you expect? You expecting those fiery, thundery words of protests. You will be disappointed. You're going to find this book a pleasure to read. You know, when they read chapter 1 of this book, I was... What adjective can I use to describe the way I felt when they read it? It began as a story of two 63-year-old men. One 63-year-old man who has tried everything and has given up. Another man of 63 who still felt the hope, the possibility of success even at 63. How old is Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen? How old is Nigeria? So when you read the Nigerian dream, it's going to be talking to you in parables, in metaphor, in satirical expressions. Well, Dr. Mo talked about state capture, so I will just go to page 35 and do a little bit of reading. And then I want you to tell me to my face that you're going to walk out of this hall without financially supporting this project. I'll tell you my response at the end of it. I read, "Let me tell you about a small kingdom that once existed long ago. The kingdom was situated high up in the mountains, surrounded by large forests. It was a peaceful land with kind people and wise rulers. They valued fairness and justice, and everyone got equal treatment. However, all that changed when a handful of mercenaries arrived in that kingdom. The mercenaries made deals with wealthy landowners, offering protection in exchange for hefty fee. The landowners were quick to agree and began to amass wealth and power. You see, that once incorruptible kingdom split into two classes. The wealthy landowners who had the mercenaries' protection, and the poor farmers who were left to fend for themselves. The once existent sense of equality in the kingdom was now no more. Well, you know, when you were thinking about Dr. Mo's book, what were you expecting? We will free Nigeria, we not go agree. That's not what you get when you're reading this book. This should be the kind of literature for our children in schools. You are not going to leave. In fact, you are not permitted to step out of that door without a copy of this. Now, He had told you one story because this book is full of stories. Now he's going to tell you another story. This is a story now about a country called Rangistan. So allow me to entertain and relax you with a story about a country called Rangistan. Rangistan was a country plagued by corruption and organized crime, with its citizens frustrated. The corrupt leadership had led their nation into a downward spiral, and their dreams of prosperity were further away than ever before. They yearned for change, but the political process had become thwarted by the same political elites who had enriched themselves while the rest of the people suffered. I wouldn't tell you the details about the two stories Dr. Moore is telling in this chapter. He talked about a kingdom that was peaceful and mercenaries came in. And then he talked about another country called Rangistan. And when you look at the comparison, you will ask yourself, what can I learn from this story? How can I apply what's happening in this story to my present situation in Nigeria? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to say much. When I was seated here, I made a phone call to the governorship candidate of the Labour Party, Delta State, where I'm from. And I told him we are launching Dr. Mo's book here in Abuja. And he sent his own contribution. And I'm adding mine to it. And I am giving a donation of 250,000 naira. For the first copy of this book. And I want you sitting right here to please look me in the face and tell me that you're going to walk out of that gate without financially supporting this project. And I am going to tell your psychiatrist that you have not been taking your medication. Thank you very much.
Come on, Dr. Piper in the building. A disruptor par excellence. Dr. Piper, when you came up, you stood on existing protocol and you broke it. And it will not be my fault that while we're still reviewing, God help the next person that is coming up. Because upward, downward. How much did Dr. Peter pledge or is going to commit? A Nigerian Moku talk now. I warned you when we started that today I'm going to do what? God. You know how much it costs to put an event like this together, don't you? Upward. Dr. Peter has laid the foundation. We want to see how the building is going to be built. But isn't that powerful and wonderful, his review about the book? Thank you. And right at it, so we're going to take that cue so that, because I have a lot of people here today that I have so much respect for, and like I told you, time will not permit us to go through the rituals. My father is sitting down there, I have my mother-in-law there, I have Africa's foremost poet, Dignitary, sitting all over there. So this hall is filled. Can we just rejoice and celebrate each of the people here. Sitting right here is Senator Sehu Sani right here. For those who don't know, you look to we have so many dignitaries here. So many people are here sitting and scattered. And like I said again to somebody who I have one of the greatest doctor in the DSS is sitting there, and somebody came and said, Dr. Mo, you need to see doctor. You need to talk to him now. So just to indulge him, so I went there. In primary school, I used to confess before him. He's sitting there, I won't announce him. When he comes up, he will hear. For those who think that I am a small boy, you better be very careful. Anyway, joking, but on a very serious note, at my age, we should be having people like me as the president of Nigeria. And I'm not saying this is true. You know, I have my violent brother here. We are connected by blood. He's here. He's also going to come out soon. How can your name escape my mind, for goodness sake? Mazi Namdi is here, seated here, and several other people. My chief launcher is here, still going to come out, you know. So we're going to this is Creative Hub, isn't it? Let's do it differently, right? Are you okay with me? We should do it differently. He's only a madman that will keep doing the same thing and expecting what? I am going to cash out today, I told you. Ladies and gentlemen, to the man I call my senior brother, Professor Nwokabia Chris. Put your hands together. Please, you would celebrate him as he comes up. Some of the ideologies, revolutionary ideologies that we see around the young people today, they are cooked and built right in his bedroom. Professor Chris.
You know, when you get ambushed by very troublesome, squeezed out of your schedule by someone who's extremely passionate about what he stands for, when you get taken out of your normal routine by someone who comes to you every time and says to you, I know I can tap, I know I can get something out of you. You're not only challenged to do more, but you're humbled and honored. And so I'm humbled and honored to be here. I'm excited to be here. I love my younger brother. Some dudes have come to me to say, why does he try to be as nutty and as nasty and as rugged and as stubborn as you are? Some have come to say, he is relentless. Some have come to say that he wants to be on the street every day until justice is done. Some have come to say that he believes in the Nigerian dream like you do. And I don't know how much I do, but I understand the fact that the tomorrow can actually be better than today if we do what we must do. And what we must do is to challenge everyone to responsive and responsible action. What we must do is to tell our children that Nigeria can indeed be better. What we must do is to tell leadership that they must attend to the desires and to demands of a highly progressive world. What we must do is to challenge everyone to think about the green, white, green and believe that truly if we work together, we can get our country back on track. I am a child that was born after the war. You know, Mo told me I was going to read chapter 5. I don't know whether he's a wizard, but 5 is one of my favorite numbers. And chapter 5 says, the success were denied. I read through it. I had a chuckle, and I said to myself that I would tell the world that Mo is indeed a wizard. He did, in that chapter of his book, compare Nigeria with several emergent democracies. So the year of our Lord 1960, that was about 11 years before I was born. Yeah, don't bother about the calculation, I'm 52 years old. Now, what is exciting and interesting about that book was that he did compare Nigeria with countries like China and the global scene, countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, and the likes. Then, at home, he did compare Nigeria with countries like Benin Republic, Togo, Cameroon, Senegal, Zambia, Cote d'Ivoire, Congo, Gabon, Somalia, and Mali. And then he went further to tell the story about hopes and promises denied. That's part of why we're here. We're here because our country has spoken to us so many times, and every so often this country tells us about a new day, a new deal, and a new dispensation. This country bungles it. This country fails us. This country disappoints us. This country breaks our hearts. And this country leaves us bare-chested, empty, in want, in penury, in depression, and we're left despondent. And so, in this walk, my younger brother did something. He tried to inspire hope. And it was Obafemi Awolowo who said a long time ago that hope is the last milk in the human breast. Compatriots, friends, brothers, sisters, comrades, I bring you strong words of great hope. But the darkest point of the night is closest to morning. And that's what this book is saying. This book is saying, in line with James Russell Lowell, darkness forever on the throne, falsehood forever on the scaffold. That same truth, so is the future. For behind the dim unknown, behind the shadows standeth God, keeping watch above his own. God has not gone to sleep, countrymen. He's not on recess either. He hasn't had an overdose of alcohol. He doesn't do loud. He doesn't do marijuana. God is forever on the throne, clear-headed. And he lives for all men of goodwill. And he's on top of our country. He repudiates electoral larceny. He repudiates corruption. He repudiates wickedness. He repudiates slavery of any kind. And so, the Nigerian dream, like the poet that was here, my brother Praise, he did say something, that our collective dream is about a country that works. Our collective dream is about a country that is conscious. Our collective dream is about a country that is responsible and responsive to its citizens. Our collective dream is about a country that cares about one another. And I tell you, with this work, if you dare to read, if you dare to support this work, I did say in a little writing I did in favor of this work, that I believe that through this effort, by Jove, my younger brother will be found amongst the pantheon of those who cares about our country and those who believe that we can walk out of the morass to the amazing place of promise. I won't take so much of your time. I want to challenge you, brothers and sisters, to trust yourself, believe in God, believe in the Nigerian judiciary, and believe in all that we stand for. Because darkness will endure for a time, but light ultimately shall prevail. And so I leave you with this quote by Sir Walter Scott, because every so often you talk about our country, we have a plethora of falsehood playing in the space. We have a swing of spin doctors trying to redefine our values. But importantly and interestingly, I tell you, brothers, falsehood will not triumph over truth. Hate will never triumph over love. Light will always triumph over darkness. And love will pretend over our planet. And this great green wine grain shall soar again. So I tell you, brothers, don't believe their falsehood. It was Sir Walcott Scott who said a long time ago, and I quote him as I round up, "Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive." Every so often, those who pretend our country thrives and lives in falsehood. They try to sell a lie to you and I, but we know the truth. And we know that sooner rather than later, a man of conscience shall emerge from the darkness. Sooner rather than later, a man who cares about our country shall emerge. Sooner rather than later, a man that truly loves you and I and believes in the green, white, green shall emerge. Sooner rather than later, the judiciary shall do what is proper, right, and right. And sooner rather than later, we shall sing as citizens of a great country, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty. We have a new Nigeria. God bless you.
Obi can't escape, you will not escape. Oh. Today, my village will share boundary. Enugu is just 5 minutes from where I am. I am a bloody Igbo man. Dr. Peter, where are you? You are here. Would you allow your legacy to be broken after this kind of Martin Luther fantastic rendition by my elder brother, Professor? Somebody say, You know what's up, don't you?
Nobody knows.
Upward. You guys will support me. Upward.
This is a conspiracy. Interestingly, I can dodge that platform lead by because he was 2 in 1. He talked about my friend and brother, Dr. Pella, Dickin Pella, who's the governorship candidate of my state. And I'll launch this book with 200,000. God bless you.
As soon as you like me, mukuna clap. Dr. Peter, you followed Honorable Obika. Did he make a play? Did he say something to you? He spoke. He said he has snapped this guy here. I told him that we live in a global village. Whatever he will give, we can publish it in one day. There is no escape. We will ambush him. Thank you. One more time, Professor Chris Nwokabia. Can we celebrate him? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Permit me, before I bring up basically 3 people who are going to speak into the narrative of the book, and I wanted to know them. Dr. Polika Baja, my father, is here. Can you appreciate him? He's not coming up yet. I just needed to know. He's here. Also, I have a father in this new Nigerian movement, Dr. Obaze, is in the building. Can we appreciate him? He's going to come up shortly. And also, I have my friend and brother. I'm always proud to say this. We've been 21 states with the Dignitary made in Nigeria. We're still going to complete the other. And he started something very unique. And I told everyone that is part of the Free Nigeria movement to do a registration, because a course that you are supposed to go to America or somewhere and go and do it, you're going to have it free of charge here in Abuja, courtesy Simply Poetry by DK Chukwumerije. And it's going to be coming up very shortly. I tell you, it's a technology for the Nigerian dream. I know that. And I know what it's going to do. Before they come up, I'm going to break the protocol. three things are going to happen. But I also have my brother and friend, Comrade Emmanuel here, who is going to come here. He apparently is my chief launcher. Don't you want to hear from him? Come on, put your hands together and let's receive him, even as he does this supplication before we ride on. Come on, make some noise, people. I don't want to reel out his dossier, but it's here. Please celebrate him for me.
My leaders, maximum respect. I talk very few, please. Number one, I appreciate you, Dr. Mo, for your genuine effort towards building our nation. Then concerning the book launch, number 3 is my number. I'll go with 300,000. Obaze is my leader, and Chinedu Obika, who has left. So I will also support them with 200,000. Thank you.
That is a good time. I just want to make sure you don't, because I know you're doing so much today and I want to respect that time, but we can wait a bit for that. One of the shocking remarks that I've received about this piece of work came from somebody that I'm still working up myself to be able to, as a smart child, you have to, before you sit down with your father and talk, you have to walk. Oh. Sure, you know that. You have to walk, right? So I'm still walking up. But in the next 5 minutes, let's receive Dr. Obaze. He's a father in this movement. That's all I can say. A writer, a doctor, a politician, and also a diplomat. And a very fine man.
Thank you. I want to appreciate him. Please, a round of applause for him. And also, I want you to appreciate yourself. I said to Dr. Peter that ordinarily, when you do literary events, the hall is usually empty. At least we have a good show today. And thank you all for coming. I have a script here I was supposed to read, but I see that the eggheads have done theirs off-head. I'm an ancestor, so forgive me if I forget some things. But this is an important occasion and a very serious topic. It's also anecdotal. And I'm sure some of you must have heard this. Nigeria is surrounded by very tiny countries. Benin, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, Chad, Niger. And they went to God and said, "You're a God of justice, a God of equity." But all of a sudden we're in doubt as to your fairness, your justice, and your equity. And God said, "What's the problem?" They said, "Look at this country you called Nigeria. You surrounded us around this big giant. You gave them the landmass. You gave them oil. Gave them solid minerals, gave them very clement weather. Basically, you gave them everything, and you gave us nothing. Where is the justice? Where is the equity? God looked at them and said, my children, you're right. I give Nigeria everything. I give you nothing. But have you looked at the people I put in Nigeria? You don't ever want to be like them. So I say that so that we can put into context our problem. Our problem is we, the people. Whether it is the president or the senator or the judge, or they are part of we the people, right? They are uncles, our friends, our relatives. So we ask ourselves, why did we get here? And we got here because maybe some of us have stopped dreaming. Or maybe we dream too much and we do not believe in the realization of that dream. And my brother and friend Mo have rekindled that process that allows us to dream and to continue dreaming until the fulfillment and realization of that dream called Nigeria. I believe a new Nigeria is possible. Very possible. The great Chinua Achebe once said that if God in his infinite wisdom made him an African, made him a Nigerian, made him a Southern Easterner, put him in a small town called Ogidi, in a small village called Ikenga, that he will never change it because it's an act of God. Each and every one of us here is placed in a particular geographical position in Nigeria, and we cannot change that because it's an act of God. So all we can do is dream to bring to reality what God has ordained, that this country will be great, and it will be great in our lifetime. So I'm going to toss this aside. Mo has a copy. But I told Mo when he asked me to do this, I've been immersed in politics for the last year, very busy. But I take time to read. And I told him, in the last 3 months, I've read 3 books. And coincidentally, I didn't know he was going to ask me to do this. One book is titled, How Democracies Fail. And as you read it, you see things happening in Nigeria. And this book is written by Europeans. The other book is titled, Surrounded by Idiots. And as I read and as I listen to what happens here, I know that the reality is that we are surrounded by idiots. They are still our brothers. But what struck me in that particular book is the subtitle, How to Understand Those Who Cannot Be Understood. And we know we have leaders that we can't understand anymore. So, as I look at this narrative, I said to Mo, leave the review of the book to the eggheads. Let me speak as a writer to the fact that you have made the effort to document this book. And I'll tell you why it's important. I think this time 2 weeks ago, we were at another book launch. Mo was there. Where's Harry? Yeah, Harry was there. And Harry had written a book about who is the stakeholder in any society. I think the word stakeholder is the most abused and the most overused word in our politics, because most of us are stakeholders, stake takers instead of stakeholders. But I had agreed to do this because I said to him, it is important that we document at every juncture the struggle of this country. Some of you might be aware, the whole process of NSAS took place, finished. And those who were the architects, the builders and the executors, never really took time to write what happened so that tomorrow history will not forget. And when an European lady tried to encapsulate what happened, we started pushing back. The process of the Nigerian dream must be juxtaposed with the dream of Nigerians at large and the ObiDient in particular to find a new Nigeria. And therefore it's important that Mo has taken a different narrative and a different format to write about Nigeria in satire form. A 60-something-year-old country that is nothing but of vast wealth, human capital, mired in poverty, multidimensional poverty. It was 133 million last week. This week we added another 4 million. A country where the minimum wage, we can't agree to it. But anybody who owns a Prado knows that it cost him 103,000 now to fill his tank. And you will drive it for only 3 days. So there's a huge narrative that needs to be put out there. What we do for ourselves. Because one thing is clear to me, if you don't tell your own story in your own language, somebody will tell it for you. And we thank Mo for that, for telling our story in our own language, in straight, simple, and understandable prose. We also thank him for immortalizing this period so that children yet unborn would look back and say, what happened? What kind of country did we have? And who were those in the forefront of the struggle for a new Nigeria? So on your behalf, on behalf of so many other Nigerians, it's just a word of appreciation to my friend, my brother, an activist in his own right, and a great mobilizer, to say thank you for putting on record our aspirations, our dreams of a new Nigeria. And I can assure him, because I'm a Panglossian optimist, that in the fullness of time, if not in weeks, in months, if not in months, in the immediate next year, we will realize the dream of a new Nigeria. So thank you very much. I wouldn't be any other place than here because I'm a writer. I wouldn't have been any other place than here this afternoon because I understand what he's trying to do. And of course, they said if you want to hide anything from the Africans, put it in a book because we don't read anymore. And that's a fallacy. We not only read, we write. I thank Senator Sani for being here because it's important. I see him at book launches. He's one of the few people. When I did my book in 1917, he was there. 2017. Thank you, sir, for coming. And so, but in keeping with my own private practice as a person, long-time national and international civil servant, I'm going to say this. Mo, we don't give shishi, but we give notes. And be assured that while I don't mention it here, you will get notes with a few zeros. That way. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Dr. Obaze. There are people that you believe. Yeah. In fact, there are people that I would rather they don't announce. Actually, one person in particular, and I don't know why the women always lead the way. When you come up, you know who you are. Please do not announce it, because if you announce it, some people will not allow me to pass this gate. But for the rest of the people, please announce it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. One more time, Dr. Obaze Oseloka, please celebrate him. Please listen for the next 5 minutes before we turn the plane over to something else. Listen to Dr. Polycarp Burgess. Please just indulge him.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here. Congratulations, Mo. And it's good to have the people that have worked very closely with me for almost 20 years, including DK. And it's a privilege to be in the room with a lot of you here today for this occasion. I just want to share with us a few things about my hopes for this country, because Nigerians have not only spoken, but they are acting. They have seen a future, and they have decided to go even beyond prayer to action. It is my great honor and privilege to stand before you and share my thoughts with you on hope, visionary leadership, and rebuilding our society. The future of a 60-year template in Nigeria is a failure of vision, design, and implementation. It indicates a clear displacement of a common and inclusive purpose or destination, and a misplacement of priorities. Evidently, defaults of failure may have been embedded at independence on the table of transition from and with the previous colonial powers. These defaults were factored and activated in the course of pursuit of Nigeria's independence and nationhood. Deliberately, ignorantly, or both. Our turbulent history vividly reflects this. A nation that has reached a needless precipice of disintegration level in its unity, security, morality, spirituality, and economy must immediately audit its past and present, shift its paradigm, and restructure its corporate and future existence, or simply implode and fully disintegrate into a failed state with the attendant gross waste of lives, property, resources, and opportunities. People and societies degenerate and fail either due to ignorance or a willful position to embrace destructive practices and habits for mere temporary gratification or inordinate and parochial ambition to remain in perpetual domination over others, regardless of the yearnings of the people in the society. But it does not have to be so. Nigeria could survive and thrive. Everything in life, however good, could be improved. Bad and tragic situations could be turned around. It is said that where there is a will, there is a way. Destinations can be altered. Strategies could be redrawn and pathways reconfigured. Viable success individually or corporately is a deliberate and conscious effort to reach a specific goal or objective, bringing to bear whatever it takes to. The key to progress of people and society is positive growth from one level to what is better and higher. Africa accommodates some 40% of the world's total natural resources, yet it contributes only 1% of the world's gross domestic product, or GDP. Nigeria is Africa's most endowed nation for resources and human capital, with all 7 vegetation zones of Africa in this country. It has the highest population in Africa. Why then is it ranked as having the highest number of desperately poor people? With 70% of its population, it's giving us about 140 million people living below the poverty index line of less than $2 per day. The present added reality of it being the third most terrorized nation on earth after Syria and Afghanistan is a wake-up call to every Nigerian citizen who harbors any care for his or her nation. This fact, amongst others, according to the United Nations, is indeed a sobering reality. Today, the realities in Nigeria show undeniable systemic dysfunction in the story of its governance and leadership on one hand, and the fabric of society at large on the other hand, in a symbiosis of self-created failings and wastage that calls for a solemn internal audit of the apparent degradation of its collective interface and polity, affecting its security, its economy, its sociology, its morality, its politics, and the quality of life. So what went wrong? And how do we address these challenges and ascend to a future that is better, stronger, and greater? The answer may lie within reach and within us to activate and move forward with sustainable development and progress. Our internal integrity largely has to do with our values, our virtues, our knowledge, mindset, perception, and built capacity. Leadership and public dynamic growth and change requires much more than mere honesty and basic administrative ability. Effective leadership demands, in addition to integrity and competence, vision and innovation. Our functions and dysfunctions are directly tied to the values we have embraced and virtues we have developed. Our inward composition determines our outward expressions, and therefore our achievements, our failures, and consequently manifestations of our society. We can see that in our country today. Values speak of embraced and adopted standards of belief, of perception, of thought, of attitude, of conduct, and action that will enable truth rather than deception, uprightness rather than corruption, justice rather than injustice, equity rather than greed, stewardship rather than irresponsibility, respect rather than disregard, honor rather than shame or disgrace, dignity rather than humiliation. Justice is the right administration of judgment. It is the rule of law and enforcement of order. Equity is the fair distribution of wealth, resources, or gain, while stewardship is the performance and faithful execution of responsibility entrusted with. Leadership is simply the power or the ability to guide, to direct, and to lead people. It is taking responsibility for and about life, about location, and about people. Leadership must start with oneself. Leadership is the difference that ushers in new and better realities and results to the status quo. If it does not offer better realities, you are irrelevant and you are useless to the system. So I challenge us today, present in this place, the Committee of Political, Institutional, Organizational, and Community leaders in this room, professionals, captains of industry, and emerging leaders, to refuse to despair or merely complain of the status quo, but rather to activate the innovator within. Providing an enabling environment for our people and land is no rocket science. Smaller and younger nations have done so. Where there is a will, there always could be found a way, if only we care enough. We can only change what we truly care about. May I challenge us here today to arise and to dare to redesign and recreate our presently dysfunctional nation and society by embracing and adopting a mindset and raising structures of positive growth and progress. We must go beyond wishful thinking to have a clear picture of our future. That is hope, which must feed our belief to achieve, then translate into faith, actions, and measures. Believing makes things possible, but faith actions make things happen. Faith is the simplification of a supernatural provision, reduced to vision, to belief, and confidence in order to access, to obtain, and to realize things expected, desired, or hoped for.
It is the vehicle available in natural life for continuous generation, innovation, and creation of ideas and causing them to become manifest in time and space. Faith begins with the picture of the future that is called hope, which is the vision, which is the objective and end game desired or expected. But faith is locked in by believing in the possibility of realization. Faith is deployed when activated by action along the lines of belief to acquire and realize the objective. And Nigerians have started taking definitive action to redefine and refine their lives and their future. It is with such a mindset that comes the potential and positioning to effectively challenge, to degrade, and replace negative and unacceptable values. We must disrupt them. Practices or traditions predicated or built on selfishness, deception, corruption, injustice and greed, decadence, retrogression, oppression, waste, death and destruction of lives and property. It is time now to arise together with a different and a positive spirit to deliberately design, set up and build structures and institutions for an alternative, enabling environment of justice and the rule of law, peace, unity, mutual respect, productivity, prosperity, sustainable growth and advancement. Together, let us build a society, people and land of beauty and excellence with honor and dignity that is better, stronger and greater. In conclusion, may I share with you my poem on the war of hope and love. War is the point where observation, notes, opinion and feelings, wishes and dreams transit to strategy, where hope replaces despair, fear gives way to faith, and alienation gives way to engagement, where cheap talk gives way to action. It's the place where opinion and sentiments, denial or mere intentions give way to structures of change and growth, mobilization and tasks that must be done without regard to convenience or comfort, where we confront our challenges with all we've got, because failure is not an option, when we must contend against degradation, corruption and destruction, unrighteousness, injustice, inequity and lies, waste, wrong and evil, manifest in entities or people, structures, systems and or circumstances. War is maintaining recovered territories and victories, then extending and rising to new levels and realities, higher and greater, anchored on love, powered by faith, inspired by hope. This is the Nigerian dream. Congratulations, Dr. Moses Paul. God bless you all. And our beloved country that is beginning to rise irreversibly to a country that is better, stronger, and greater. I'm Paul Ikagbaja, and I thank you for the opportunity to share with you. God bless you.
One more time, can we appreciate Dr. Polika Baja? I know that this is going out everywhere in the world and is being recorded. I'm very, very much aware of that. I've traveled at least, not sure exactly, but about 10 African countries on the privilege he gave working with him in the last about 20 years. We spoke about it a few days ago while he was in Geneva. I know that we want to run. If there is anybody that wants to collect your money before you go, I'm the one. If for nothing, I know that at least it cost me more than 2 million to put this together. But let me say this. I would rather you walk out without giving me anything than the import of this event not being achieved. And I'm saying it with all, please allow me to do this. I need the money. We need the money to get these books out, but the ideology behind this gathering is more important than anything else. So indulge me with the time, indulge me with your presence. Those who want to leave, this is still young. If you want, I don't know how we can sit in parties for a long time, and in depositions like this, people want to run. This is what we are working on changing. Somebody with me here today. This is work, and until we can conquer that, the Nigeria of our dream will never see daylight. But I know that it will see daylight, because what I'm saying, you acknowledge it, you recognize it, and you agree with me. He was one of the first people to make deposition about the killings in Nigeria in the US Congress. There are many people that are not known. He's standing here today. If you don't know what that means, you will not clap to it, but that's okay. He was in Geneva just about 3 days ago before he returned, and in 184 countries represented, he made a deposition that made the house quiet. The things I'm saying, you might not understand it, but sometimes just take it in, because we are still dreaming. When the dream meets us at the morning, it will come to fruition. He's a man that I have great regard and respect for. Some of the people who have done things that would never be recognized, would never be televised, but they are working on the foundation of our country. There are a few awards that, and I want to put this on him before he leaves here. I thank God that what he read, what he deposited is on record, like every other person here today. Sometimes I've refused many awards. As a matter of fact, I don't take awards, because most of the people that give award give it because it is an industry. They give award because they need to make money. And I'm not against that, and I need you to understand that. But as a Free Nigerian movement, you can't give me an award that you are not worthy of. Because most of the time, things are said, but it's not about what is being said, it's about the people who are saying it. And that needs to change. There are certain things that people say, but you are not qualified to even say the things you are saying. We have many of them in the House of Reps and Senators. People who ordinarily cannot even be our gate men, but they are the ones there. So yes, you can come first. You are the first. The result is showing that you are first. But you slept with the lecturer. You didn't sleep with the lecturer, but you paid him money. Sometimes it is 31, but you cleaned 3 and left 1. So yes, you can prove that you came first, but we'll leave the rest of the story like that. I am bold to say that this literary work is not like many other books out there. And because I know people don't read, it is made. You can, if you're a fast reader, in 1.5 hours, 2 hours, you can read it. But your life will not remain the same again. Pillars of Truth is one of it. When it was released, only people are abroad. But if you read it, your life will. And I know for many people, they have it, they've never read it. When Saadatu read it, she called me, they say, they are coming for you. I said, they won't come for me because Nigeria is changing. If you read it, the way you see religion and spirituality will change. And until that changes, Nigeria will not change, but it will change. Do you know that? And so today, Free Nigeria movement, the NSAS protest was done 11 days. It is the longest. And we have to write our story. I'm not waiting for you to write it. And I don't need one white person to write the story. That is why I got a PhD, so that when I write it, you will read it and it will make meaning. We dared the devil. No, I don't take it for granted that I could have been dead many times. And yes, I could still be dead. Don't say no to that, because between Rosa Parks and Barack Obama, do you know the years? So I looked at the
Yes.
By the way, I'm still sitting with all the diplomatic corps on why Professor Mahmoud is still sitting not short, because this is an event where that can be said. I was part of the rejuvenation and hope given to Rwanda. We were there many times with him. I never thought that in my lifetime people would strap bombs to themselves and kill themselves in Nigeria, but now we can say it. And so many things running through my head, even as I stand right here. Not too many people will get this award. No. The award is not a Labour Party award. It's not a PDP award. It is not an award you get because we want you to give money to us. It is an award. There are many imams who have taken bullets and have died for Christians in Northeast and other places. They will get some award. They are not known because they don't have money. They will never put them on the pages of newspaper. For people who have been working many years to free Nigeria of corruption, of suppression, of subjugation, to free Nigeria so that like Rosa Parks could sit, so that Martin Luther King can walk. And Martin Luther King walked. He walked so that Obama can run. And that today, every black man in America can fly. For those people, I told the UN envoy, I said, Europe 200 years ago was not like this. So I understand the timeline of my life. Maybe in 100 years, or maybe in the words of Dr. Obaze, maybe next year, or maybe in 6 months. But for whatever timeline, we will lay a foundation so that when we are gone, our children will be free and can stand. And they will not remember corruption. Corruption will be alien to them. They won't remember subjugation because we would have laid a foundation that will free them. Dr. Polycarp, we award you this as a champion of democracy in Nigeria for the things you have done many, many years. There are just 3 more awards here. Before I do that, Chinasa, come. You still want to do that? Okay. She'll read something in 1 minute.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to this great occasion. But before I read out this, I want to say, Doctor, thank you. Please, can we give Doctor a round of applause? Doctor, please, can I have your attention, please? Doctor, you stirred up something inside of me. I saw a young man in an older body. I saw future. I saw hope. And I just want to say thank you for that fire, because you just sowed a seed that you will live to see it burn. You will see it germinate. And I want to say thank you. And to Dr. Obaze, I want to say thank you for the speech. But today, the Nigeria of our dream is standing right in front of you. And I'm glad to tell you that NSAS was written even before it was played out. And the people who started NSAS is starting right here in front of you. And like Dr. Mo said, some of us would have died. Myself, Dr. Mo, and some other people. We went from state to state just to see the Nigeria of our dreams. Now I have a quote here. Loving your country is also the way forward. Loving your country is not a matter of choice, but of obligation. Roman philosopher and statesman Lucius Seneca said, men love their country not because it is great, but because it is their own. You may be bitter about many things that are wrong with Nigeria. You may be mad at the recklessness and impunity of some people in positions of leadership. But regardless of what may be happening around you, you still cannot hate your country. You cannot hate your country because there's no other country you can love. To love your country despite its failings and to stand in hope is patriotism. And today, I stand as a patriotic Nigeria that one day will see the Nigeria of our dreams. Thank you.
Mrs. Sadatu Adamu, please come forward. It's okay if you don't clap because these people are not people you are going to know. You might not know them. She's been working on a lot of young people. She's a champion and a voice for democracy. Most of the people women who have gone mental, she is in the forefront of the mental health practice in Nigeria. I don't know how she does it. I will never know, like many of us. I can't read out her profile here. But from different destitute homes, she's actually my mental health, because after I'm done with all the madness, I return back and submit myself. And so, you won't find people like this on TV, but many homes of prostitutes, of people who are losing their minds across Nigeria. She's standing on the threshold. You're a voice for inclusion and democracy. Mrs. Sadatu Adamu, you deserve this award. Thank you. By the way, there are other people that are not here, but we're not going to do that. And this is just one more left, and we'll do this. Senator Sehu Sani, please, can you come up, sir? You know, we don't know each other. We only know each other by ideology. But standing here today is a voice that represents many of us. Aspirations, voice of the voiceless. And you know, I often tell myself that, Mo, if you have $1 billion or $1 million naira in your account, will you be doing the things you're doing? And I have to tell myself sincerely, if I have the opportunity I have today, maybe 20 years ago, I probably wouldn't be in this country. Sir, if I decide today that me and my family, I want to relocate to America, Canada, or anywhere, in 3 months I'm gone. But I've come to the point in my life where I have made a choice, like love, like patriotism. It is after you know that this woman or this man is a coconut head. He's not going to, in fact, he's a drunkard. This woman, she not go hear what. She came from a poor home, and then you still decide that you marry her. That is love. There is no better time to love Nigeria than now. It is easy to love America, Canada, and other places. So you've loved this country to the detriment of your interests. You've stood across many waters against people. You could have been dead, but here you are every day shouting for democracy, for inclusion, for equity, for justice, for fairness. Senator Sehu Sani, you are deserving of the Free Nigeria Movement Award. So let's be upstanding as we award you today, because truly you're deserving of it. Thank you, sir.
Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Well, first of all, it is a honor and a privilege not just to be invited here, but to be given an award. An award, I believe, is not about what we have done or what we have said, but it is also a booster and an encouragement for us to keep the light of hope ablaze. We are here today for the launching of the book. A book that has a title of the Nigerian dream. From my understanding, when it is said a Nigerian dream, it is about our hopes, our aspirations, our expectations, and our future. And to me, I know we have come a long way as a country and as a people, but we have a long way to go. In the last few days, you have seen what has been going on in France, a nation that symbolized freedom, democracy, equality, and egalitarianism. When events like this happen very far away from your own country, you should take lessons out of it. If we want peace, we must entrust justice. If we want peace in our country, we must have equity. If we want peace, there must be freedom. If we want peace, there must be a sense of togetherness, brotherhood, and inclusivity. If we operate a society where a few are enriched, where a few are privileged, and where the masses of the people are impoverished and denied the basic necessities of life, we are not far away from France. Our national flag cannot hold us as a nation. Our national anthem cannot hold us as a nation. Our national pledge cannot hold us as a nation. Our constitution cannot hold us as a nation. We must live up to the reality of what is on paper. There must be justice, there must be equity, and there must be a fair playing ground for all. Nigeria is 63 years old, but in the next, sometimes, I think in the next years, decades to come, we need to change our course. In 1959, the campaign of an ordinary politician in Nigeria is about water, about light, about peace, about roads, about bridges. 6 decades after, it's still about the same thing. If each government that we had will just pick one item like water and solve the problem, and the next government will pick issue of electricity and solve the problem, and the next government will pick the issue of water or railways and solve the problem, I think our problem could have been solved. Each time you wake up, you browse through what is happening in countries that are endowed with crude oil, like Kuwait, like Qatar, like United Arab Emirates, known as Dubai, the capital, like Saudi Arabia. You have seen how the wealth of their people are used for the betterment and advancement of their country. And when you come back home, you wonder if our own oil is the same like the oil which they have in those countries. That's the question. So as a nation, the time to tell ourselves the truth. We are a nation of 220 million people. Some few kilometers from our country is the Sudan. This is what the Sudan has become today. A country torn by war, by strife, and by violence. They were living in peace like us. But if you go through all the positions of those who have picked up arms, it is about injustice, it's about marginalization, it's about iniquity. These are the seeds. So you can't plant mango and expect a pineapple. If we want this country to remain one, if we want us to be in peace, then we shouldn't plant the seed of discord. It is time for us as a country and as a people to know that we have an obligation not just to ourselves, but to Africa and to the black race. And that obligation is for us to get our country back in order. Whoever emerged as a leader of this country, you can only be considered a leader of a country and not a political party if you treat everyone and everybody with the equal status you treat those you believe are close to you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
There are a few other awards, and two people sent some people to receive the awards on their behalf. But we would not do that because today is not the end of the world. And there are some people here who also are deserving of that award, but this is just to show a template of what we're going to be doing in the future. Is that okay? So, in the light of that, Honorable Lucky, we need to move quickly to the second business of the day.
Thank you very much, the book launcher. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, your rapt attention and patience having graced this very auspicious occasion with us. And it is pertinent to note that when you look at, for those of us who have the photographic memory of the evolution of this country, of how it was better. This is the 1940 Constitution, the Federal Republic of Nigeria's Constitution, the 1979 Obasanjo Olusegun Constitution, together with the Ibrahim Badamasi Constitution of 1989, Abdul Salam Constitution, which is an offshoot, the 1999 Constitution, the offshoot of 1979 Constitution, as it has been amended and altered over 4 times. You will attest to the fact that the Nigerian country, entity, has not lived the expectation of nationhood. And that is why a book of this magnitude is highly recommended. At this point in time, may I have the singular honor and privilege, please, the moment you hear your name, kindly join us on stage so that we can unveil the books. Though we've had some speakers and launchers who have left us, but the very few ones that are here should kindly join us on stage. We already have Senator Sehu Sani here with us. The representative of the national chairman of Labour Party, Comrade Julius Aburi, is being ably represented here by Comrade Obiora. Please, if you are anywhere around the auditorium, the ushers, please lead Comrade Obiora to stage. You're welcome, sir. Please, the ushers, help us lead him to stage. To be immediately followed by Mr. Dixon Erebu. You're welcome. Please join us. Professor Barrister Harrison Chukuma. Ambassador Queen Leonola. I think Mr. Obaze has left us. He has, okay, he's still here. Oh, sorry. My apologies. My apologies. Please don't. Probably you sent an invoice to me. Please, ushers, kindly lead this distinguished Nigerian to join us on stage. So be followed by Comrade Diogoff Peter. Comrade Diogoff Peter. Please pardon me if the name is not, that's the FCT Labour Chairman. Please, a round of applause for him. as he walks, find his way to stage. Please, Dr. Olubumi Usim Wisi, who is leading Mama to stage, please. Dr. Olubumi. Please, thank you, ma'am. We also have here All Convener Support Group representative. The All Convener Support Group representative. Please, if you're here, kindly join us on stage. Thank you very much. That's him there. Please, ushers. The faster you clap, the faster they join us. Mr. Didi Paul Ifoma. Didi Paul Ifoma. Thank you. That is the beautiful, that's the beautiful wife of our book launcher. Please, a round of applause for her. You're welcome. Most of the names here are, Doc, please.
Elder Ante, please come. Elder Ante, can we make him feel welcome? Dr. Barry, Votu Johnson, please.
And Mr. Ayo Ogedegbe, please kindly join. Please, a round of applause for them.
Also, we need Dr. Polycarp and Dr. Peter. Please make your way up stage for us. Sadatu, please come up. Joint FCT Empowerment Group, Honorable Caleb, please come up. Do we have a representation from Honorable Ireti? If you're here, please come up. And then
the National Publicity Secretary of Labour Party.
Okay. Dr. Akuna Ada, please come up. While we're all up here, I want to welcome the special senior assistant who is also both in our capacity and also standing in for Mr. Matthias, who is a UN resident in Abuja. She's coming here to speak, and then we will move into the unveiling. Is Mrs. Adua Kofo here? Please, if you're here, please indulge us. Are you here? I want to just ensure that you're here. Mrs. Adua, please come. Please come. Please help us welcome. That is the UN here. The UN is right here, ably represented, and also in her capacity. Please help me welcome Ms. Adua Kufo. She is a senior special advisor to the UN resident coordinator here in Abuja. Mr. Adua, please come, because I know that once we move gears, we would not reverse back. Do you want to reverse back? Upward, ever. Mr. Adua, please, we need your message as we move into this. I think you have the biggest honor and privilege. Please.
Thank you, thank you. I like to also stand on previous protocol. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. I'm truly humbled to be in the presence of such great Nigerians, such experienced women and men. So I don't want to take the floor. I'm also from Ghana, and I want to say this dream for Nigeria is not only for Nigeria, but for Africa. We know Nigeria faces many of the challenges that most of us face on the continent. And most of us, again, we also look to Nigeria to represent us, whether it's at the continental level or at the UN. So we are all excited about this Nigerian dream, and we hope as Nigerians go forward, we will also follow. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Please kindly join. Please, can we have the one or two persons to help us move the book down to the central part of the water? At this point in time, as we're about to dash into the unveiling of the book launch, may I crave the indulgence of everyone to invite Dr. Kofi Abasi Eyo, Senior Pastor, Winners House, Abuja. Please, ushers, kindly lead him so he could join us. You're welcome, Pastor. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, you can see the entire stage has taken a colorful and creamy shape with eminent individuals. And for those of us at the audience, you are extremely wonderful. So, at this point in time, shall we come closer so we could unveil the book launcher? Please come.
Give me this thing, make I talk, Joe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your wonderful presence in here. My senior brother, sir. Senator Sehu, I am following you. Every of your talk, I follow you morning, night, and evening. The Nigerian dream, indeed. In those days, we used to have American dream. What is American dream? You can have rags and go to America, and your dream is accomplished. This is what we want for Nigeria. And by His grace, it shall come to pass. Amen. So I would like the wife of Doctor to come, and Senator, please do come, both of you. My name is Honorable Dr. Olubunmi Uwazironye Usim Wilson. I am Igbo, I'm Yoruba, married to a Nasarawa Igon. I am a true Nigerian. Thank you. Sir, what God have joined together. Please let him just stay here. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So each and every one of us will just round them. Okay? Is that okay? All right, so let's just round them. 2 step, 3 step, 4 step. Okay. I've done with my work right now, so you can continue, sir. Thank you. Please give him a round of applause.
Please, a round of applause for Mama. Okay. May I have the singular honor and privilege to invite the apostle of the house for a very tantalizing prayers.
Amen. All right, please, if you're a Christian, I'd like you to please rise. Let's do it. I see this not just as a book on the regular. I see this as something that has a future and what will give especially our young Nigerians a focus, direction. And we stand in the name of Jesus to bless this book. We decree that in the name that is above every name, this book will not just be sold, but will affect life, will change mindsets. Lord, let this bring a turnaround, change the narrative, and give Nigeria a new picture of the future. In Jesus' name, book blessed and dedicated in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit of God. Amen.
A round of applause for that. Please, do we have any Muslim in the house so we could balance the religion parity here? Do we? Okay, okay, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. May Allah forgive everybody in this country for the sin we have been committing in this country. This book launcher, this book will bring us a good time of our children and our own ourselves. By the name of Allah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in, Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim, ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun, wassalamu 'alal mursalin, alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. May Allah give us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, it's going to go this way. At the spelling of Nigeria, we will be unveiling the book. So, kindly join me as we start with the first letter. N, I, G, E, R, I. Hey! A round of applause, please. A round of applause. Keep jamming those beautiful hands of yours. Keep jamming them, please. This is a new dawn within the Nigerian political firmament. It's a journey to nationhood, the rebirth of a new nation. For those of us who are all here, it is important for you to go home with at least a copy of this book. The book is well abreast, garnered with all that it entails for nationhood. As you can witness the distribution of a copy to each of these very distinguished personalities right here on stage. It is important for you to go home with each of this copy. So at this point, may I have the singular honor and privilege to begin from my very immediate left to our wonderful lady here to tell us what she is launching, this beautiful and well encapsulated wisdom of a book with. Madam.
The title?
The title is. You know, I'm dealing with a diplomat here. When you are dealing with a diplomat can jump into troubled waters without making a splash. When a diplomat says yes, they mean perhaps. When they say perhaps, it means no. But when a diplomat is stagnant, the diplomat is no longer a diplomat. So, madam, what are you launching this week?
I shall talk to Dr. Mo.
Please, a round of applause for her. She is being diplomatic now, so you can see. So the mic moves to.
Tada. Well, we don't say things in public like that now, but I'm launching on behalf of my late father 50,000 naira. I'll send my letter.
A round of applause for madam. The next man here, well clothed with a very powerful attires, Dr. Barry Abotu Johnson, the first, the convener of Vote Must Count initiative. Please.
Great Nigeria people. I know they hear. I say great Nigeria people. Well, I'm not going to be doing anything here in my personal capacity. Neither am I going to speak on behalf of Vote Must Count, but I am representing Save Nigeria Group, USA. And this book, The Nigerian Dream, is a long story about a country and a man called Dr. Mo, who believed in a Nigeria of our dreams. We all know how far he has passed, and we know he will get there in Jesus' name. For Steve, who happens to be a governorship hopeful for Edo State, I think he's going to be a representation of good governance, quality leadership, and the respect for the rule of law. He said, I should tell you that he is interested in being part and parcel of this book. He will move this book in America. And when he becomes governor of Edo State, he will move this book to every classroom in that state. And he also said, I should tell you to exercise patience, that the Peter Obi matter in court is going to be reality in regards to the goodness of Nigerians. He also said, I should tell you to believe in a Nigeria of our dreams. And he also said, I should tell you that he is donating or supporting this book with a very small amount, but at the same time, a very big amount. Remember, Steve is somebody that looks like Peter Obi. You know, they give shishi. But he go give shishi today, whether I like him or not. Because now shishi will take step up, reach this level. So therefore, I use the privilege of representing Steve to say he is donating as little as 2 million naira.
Wow. Now I see why it was taking our time. I think it's worth it. Please, a resounding ovation for that. You know, politicians, they always look for ways. Thank you very much. Our appreciation goes to him. Please, the account number is displayed on the screen for those of us that want to make immediate transfer to the account. At this point in time, may I introduce the Labour Party FCT chairman for his launching, sir.
Actually, the Labour Party FCT executives sent me to this launching. We came for this launching not because we want to come and launch. It's just because of what Dr. Mo has done during the presidential election for the party. And on that stand, we are asking him what we have done in the presidential election for Nigeria. Repeat it in the area council election that is coming to FCT. I am talking from the point of majority now, not from minority, because we were able to deny APC and the PDP 25%. And for that, anywhere Dr. Mo is, we are there. Actually, we wanted to donate a peanut, but from seeing what he has already done, we are giving him 100,000. And we are now asking every person who is going to aspire for chairmanship or councillorship in the 6th area council to come and support us for this donation. And Dr. Mo, anything you see here, minus it from the 100,000 we are giving you. Thank you.
Hello, great people. Before he goes, Chairman, listen. You said anybody who wants to contest should support what you are doing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I am declaring for the position of the AMAC chairmanship, and I'm supporting with 1 million.
A round of applause for, I hope, Mapo, I hope you are documenting. Thank you very much. That's a good one. At this point, may I invite, okay, madam.
Okay. Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Mo. I'm impressed with you. At least by now, please be still and know that there is God. Please, please, let's listen attentively. With this book, the narrative from turning Nigeria to a graveyard, what I mean is a lot of our people, they go to America, they go to London, they go everywhere in the Western world, and they live a life that they want. And when they die, guess where they come to bury them? I mean, I don't know, Nigeria. So they have turned Nigeria to a burying ground, burying country. So with this book, it will change our mindset and narrative. I'm going to take two more. There is a friend of mine who came with me. I'll give her one. And I'll take another one to the US, because I have a lot of people in the US that believe in Nigerian dream, but they cannot come because of the situation in the country. But they will read this and their mindset will have another different narrative. I'm going to give a little token because I was not told on time. I'll give 100,000 that I will send immediately to this place. Thank you very much.
Please, a round of applause for her. For those of us who have launched, you can take your seat. We will call you back on stage so we don't keep you standing for too long. Let me seize this opportunity to call on distinguished Senator apologies, my very distinguished Elder Ante, please.
Please, one of the aspirants for AMAC chairmanship, Samson Waru, is supporting Labour Party FCT for this donation, the sum of 100,000.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Happy new month, the month of perfection to all of you. Happy Sunday. We are in this program for a new Nigeria. Dr. Moses is my son. He's well known to my family. And I'm seriously involved in these projects. The new Nigerian projects. I pray for it. I talk to people. Evil cannot continue to strive in Nigeria forever. This is the end. I keep telling people that 2023 election is the end of criminals ruling over us. We are in court by the grace of God. The heart of the kings are in the hands of God. Whether you believe it or not, God is going to turn the heart of the judges, the justices, to give us justice. On this note, please, I am supporting this program with 300,000 naira, and I'm asking for 10 copies of the book. I'll give each to 5 of my children, then give others to my friends. Thank you very much. God bless all of us.
Please, a round of applause for Elder once again. We have kept the senator standing for too long, so I'm going to move the mic to him. so that he gives us his own widow's mind. Please, the next thing you should know about this erudite scholar standing before you here is a man that has left an indelible footprint on the sand of time within the political shores and outside the continent of Africa. His report card in the service of humanity has not just portend an abiding hope for today and tomorrow's generation to emulate. He remains the face of the struggle for a better Nigeria. Please, with a resounding ovation, join me in welcoming distinguished Senator Sehu Sani.
Thank you very much. Well, I have said all I need to say in the speech I made earlier. So to make it brief, I'm making a token donation of 250,000.
Thank you very much, sir. For those of us who have made our donation, you can kindly sit and give us 5 minutes to wrap up. We'll call you back on stage for the cutting of the cake and a group photograph. Please, may I give you, madam?
People might be wondering, why is this old woman still standing here? I launched the first one on behalf of my father, my late father. I'm going to pick 2 here on behalf of my ObiDient Solidarity Assembly and my friend who came with me with the sum of 50T.
Thank you very much, madam. Now, may I have the honor and privilege to invite the CEO of Zistin and Zistin Construction Company, an activist, a dogged one at that. Please join me in making welcome Comrade Ogedegbe here.
Thank you very much. I'll be stepping into this euphoria on the existing protocol. And good enough, we have Dr. Reverend Nwokabia here, Your Honor, sir. That is the man who have the singular honor to tutor Dr. Mo. He's a great man, and he's a man who have both spiritual and church discipline. He stands tall even when the church and the ministry is shaking today. He's a man that we have worked with over decades now, and they are people that when we look at, we still have confidence in Christianity. Your Honor, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I won't say much. I will say a little about Dr. Mo. Dr. Mo is a very young boy when I knew him. And he grew up to a very mighty tree where most of us came back to take refuge in terms of the struggle for a better Nigeria. When he told me about this book, I know one thing for sure, that this book is going to impact not just this generation, but generation yet unborn. Because he's a deep person, very deep person, and he does not just do anything just by doing it. He does everything for a purpose, and those purposes are always timely. If I round it up this way, I would be doing this donation on behalf of our organization, Vote Must Count International Initiative, and we will be contributing our widow's mite of 500,000 naira.
Please, a very round of applause. This kind of economy, what we do, not easy to dole out money. When we see people like this, we show them love. Please, another resounding ovation. Thank you very much. Sir, please, you are next. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm standing in here for the National Chairman of Labour Party, Barrister Bure, who is unavoidably absent. He wishes that this message being given today resonates. And in so doing, he would want copies of this book to all the 36 states chairmen of Labour Party across Nigeria. And he has also marked a figure which I have already returned to him because there is need for him to add 1 or 2 zeros behind. And he has asked that he will speak directly with Mo. He's in touch with him. And from there, they will take it up. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You know, I like it the way it sounds when we add zeros to it. Madam, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. First, I would like to say thank you so much to Free Nigeria for honoring me today. I will say one thing. I mean, I don't regret coming for anything that Dr. Mo organizes. Like, no regrets at all. No regrets. I was at the book launch of Pillars of Truth, and it was awesome. And then today again, the Nigerian dream. But I'll tell you something. The Nigerian dream is not or shouldn't be a political, discussions. Let me tell you, there are girls victims of human trafficking and rape that are lying somewhere and their perpetrators are lounging. Let's talk about the real Nigeria we want to see. And I'm standing here today to tell you that I want to see victims, saying that today, Nigeria has really given me what I want, which is justice. So I am launching this book to take to my girls so that they can read and know that truly Nigeria can become better again. I'm launching this with a sum of 200,000 naira. And I want just 5 copies so I can take to the shelters and homes. Just in case you've not heard of shelters and homes where girls are being kept just so they can be reintegrated back into the society. That's where I'm taking it to, so they can read this book and know that there is a better Nigeria if we all work together to claim that Nigeria that we want. Thank you very much and congratulations, Dr. Mo. My name is Saadatu Adamu.
Thank you, Madam Saadatu. That was indeed an Amazonic donation. Please, a round of applause for her once again. At this point, may I invite an erudite journalist, a man who knows his onion, a man who, whenever he's before the cameras, he knows how to interchange the usage, a very good command of English language authority. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in making welcome Comrade Dixon Irago. He's a high chief. Let me put the chief.
First, I am not a high chief. I am Mazi Namdi Dixon Irebu. And I don't claim to be a journalist. I am a filmmaker. That's what I know how to do. So, I am a filmmaker, a proud Nigerian. On the 4th of February this year, I launched a book titled Who Owns Nigeria? And indeed, seeing all of us here today, the answer to that question is being answered. It's been given already. Because for us to gather on a Sunday like this, not to discuss politics, but to discuss the dream, our Nigerian dream, then we're taking ownership. And the purpose of that book, Who Owns Nigeria, was simply to charge us, because some group of people were claiming to be indigenous of a country that wasn't in existence. Well, it's not in existence. So those of us who are Nigerians, how come we have abandoned our country for marauders to take over? So Dr. Mo, he runs in our vein. Congratulations. I came here with my first child because I wanted her to experience what the father stands for. They see me on the streets, they see me doing one thing or the other, and they are wondering what is it about. And I tell them. So when my friend invited me, I told my first child, Chimeremoma, please stand up. So my launching is actually on their behalf. I have 3 of them, 2 boys and a girl. So there is a dream that we can all fight for. And I like what was said earlier, that the Nigerian dream is not a Wazobia dream. It involves all of us. An injury to one should be an injury to all. This country has suffered enough in the hands of a few kleptomaniacs. Those who have gathered plenty but still gathering and gathering what they cannot eat. So please, don't give up on your country. And this is what I say to my children. Don't give up on your country. So, Dr. Mo, with 50,000 naira, I support this vision. God bless you, sir. Can I take 3 copies for my children? Thank you.
Please, a round of applause for Mazi. That was indeed generous. Thank you very much. Please. My brother. Honorable Kellen.
Good afternoon, everybody. Please, may I stand on the existing protocol? My name is Comrade Caleb Audu. I am here on behalf of our group, Joint LP Voters Employment Scheme, the FCT. We are the volunteer group to drive youth and women empowerment under the platform of Labour Party. We've started the process already. We've registered it via cooperative scheme to enable us group people according to their area of interest. And we have gone further to constitute some few interim leaders to contribute in such a way that it will be laudable. And in our members too, we have over 100 people who have volunteered to learn their skill, to instruct and to teach those who want to learn the skill. And also we have 3 factors that we're going to go through. Sorry, just 2 minutes, I'll round up. 3 factors that I want to go through: production, skill, and entrepreneurship. The production goes with farmer and technology. The skill go with various skill acquisition, and then the entrepreneurship go with the market that drive the products and those skills. The process is ongoing, and Dr. Moore here and our FD chairman are the major mentor we have, and we are calling on anybody here who has a similar ideology, the dream, the passion for the empowerment of youth in this country, starting from FCT here, to come together with us, join hands together to make it a formidable. I'm here on behalf of my group. For me to announce the donation, I will meet my escorts who will discuss it, and then we'll get back to Dr. Moore. On behalf of myself, as a person who is here on their behalf, I am supporting this book launch with some of 20,000 naira.
Please, a round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you. May I call Dr. Kufi Abasi Eyo, Senior Pastor.
Okay. Number one, I want to say congratulations. I was in the other book launch in Warimpa, and I'm glad to be here. There are people that God positions ahead for others to learn from. I think Dr. Mo is one of them, and we should not just judge people by just physical appearance, but by the character they bring to the table. And I believe that with such tenacious courage I see him display, every young Nigerian has a picture of what it should look like. God bless you for your sacrifice and your labor of love. Well, I will not be able to do an open announcement, which I already told you before now. All right, but we are going to send our own donation for this purpose, and I trust that it will be a blessing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Harrison, please. That's the Chief of Staff to the FCT Labour Party Chairman.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I just want to support my brother and also support my Oga, my boss, FCT Chairman. Though FCT has done their donation, I would have said, let me hide under that. But Dr. Mo is a brother from another mother. A few weeks ago, he was there with me at Pro Cathedral for my own presentation of a book, my third book, The Stakeholder, as my mentor just mentioned here, Obaze mentioned. So we're in the same cause, and we will continue to support ourselves. So without much ado, I'll be supporting my chairman, FCT chairman of Labour Party, with a sum of 20,000 naira. I'll be supporting my mentor, Obaze Oseloka, with a sum of 20,000 naira. And on behalf of myself and my wife, I will support with 20,000 naira. Thank you.
A round of applause for Mr. Harrison, please. Thank you very much. Sir, please. Sorry for keeping you this long.
It's all right. I don't normally disclose, but I will support and send the amount of money to the account. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Our beautiful damsel.
Good evening, everyone. I want to say super congratulations to Dr. Mo. And then I want to encourage everyone to get a copy, share it, go to his social media, share whatever he's posting, and being new into the diplomatic system, I'll send what I have to send to him. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So at this time, please.
Congratulations to Dr. Mo and the family. Please, let me quickly stand on the existing protocol. I cannot stand. I'm standing on behalf of my group, all conveners, and I cannot pronounce without calling the pillars. So let me quickly call Barrister Chiemeka to please come. Please come. Barrister Chiemeka, Barrister Absiso, please come. Mrs. Elekwa, please come. Mrs. Mekudi, please come. Please. Thank you very much. Where is he? Okay. Please, on behalf of all conveners support group, we are launching the book with the sum of 200,000. And Dr. Mo is a friend, is a brother. I'm happy to be here today. Not just happy, we have passed through a lot to make a new Nigeria we are dreaming of to come to pass. I thank God that we are alive to celebrate Dr. Mo today. On behalf of my wife, Dr. Mo, I'm launching your book as a person with the sum of 50,000.
Okay, Mr. Fortunate.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Fortunatus Onyeka. I'm the convener of Independent Campaign Group for Good Governance in Nigeria. Also executive member of the All Conveners for Good Governance. Dr. Mo is gone beyond a brother, he's a friend. But personally, I see him as a mentor. Ever since I met him in the struggle, I've watched him and I've learned a lot from him, and I'm still learning. That is why I'm always calm following him, learning a lot from him. And through him, I've improved in so many areas, and I hope to improve more. So we are happy for the book. We all have been part of it, and I want to give my support for the sum of 50,000 naira. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fortunatus.
Good evening, all. I'm Mr. Luka Dauda, secondary school mate to Dr. Mo, 97. That's Government Day Secondary School, Wagwalada. That is where we graduated from. So I saw the invitation. I said, let me come. It's my good friend, Atama. Is Atama around? How about Dave? Is Dave still around? So then Moses was our FCS president in secondary school. So, and we have been good to each other. He has been leading us well in the fellowship then. And I'm so happy that we are meeting today again since 97. I'm just seeing him for the first time again after we graduated from secondary school. So I'm lucky to be part of this program this evening. I'm going to launch this book with the sum of 50,000. Thank you.
Please, you can do better than that. At this point, it is pertinent, before we go to the next in our agenda here, so that our distinguished personalities can join what we are intending to do next. Please, for those of us in the audience that want to be part of this, the benchmark for this book is 5,000 naira. That is the benchmark. Please, you can give 2 million, you can give 3 million, you can give 5,000, you can give 10,000. So if you wish to join and participate in this launching, kindly walk to the stage and make your donation known.
Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Engineer Emmanuel Joseph, and I'm so glad to be here tonight. I mean, I've not seen my father in a long time, so when I heard about the program, I had to come because I've been on tour with my artist. So I want to use the opportunity to tell Pastor Mo that I love you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I've learned so much from this man, and on behalf of myself and EDM management, I'll be launching with 50,000 naira. Thank you.
Okay, Chili Best.
Good evening, everyone. I'll be getting a copy for 5,000 naira.
Thank you very much. Please.
I'll also be getting a copy for 5,000 naira. And for your information, Dr. Mo is my dad. So I'm here to celebrate my dad with 5,000 naira.
When I believe say Dr. Mo go born this kind big pikin. Now wow.
And I just want to instruct whoever is the security at the gates. If you don't have a copy, you will not be permitted to leave this hall. So this is that time where you can just come forward and take it for 5,000. Not a single copy should be allowed to go back. Thank you very much.
Okay, please, I want to... Please, may I crave the indulgence of those of us here that intend to launch the book. Let me call the chief launchers of this book to join us on stage. Kindly hold on. Just give us 1 minute. The chief launchers. Please, just
the sum of 5,000 naira.
Thank you. Please ensure you document. This is the account number on the screen. If you wish to do your transfer, kindly do the transfer immediately. Next.
Thank you very much, everybody. Dr. Mo is also like a father to me. I've learned so much from him. Very much.
Thank you very much. Please, the next person.
All right, thank you very much. My name launched a book here. Some people say they will launch it with 2 million, 3 million. I've been to an event where they are launching something, a book, and somebody said he's going to launch it for 10 million naira. Everybody was clapping for the person. You are launching it for 10 million. So they now asked the person, when are you going to launch it? He said before he died. So please, everybody launching, always ask them when they are dropping their money. Thank you. I'll send my own to him. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Dr. Mo, for impacting positively on me as a person. I've already launched it with a sum of 10,000 naira. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you, my mentor.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chikwado Ezenwoye. Door to door for P2B. I'm picking a copy of this book with a sum of 20,000.
Good evening, everyone. Dr. Mo has been a friend and a boss. I so much respect him. And on behalf of my wife and myself, my wife and myself here, we'll be doing it with 2 zeros. We'll let you know.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Henry Osigbeme. I'll be launching it with 30,000. I'm still a little bit old-fashioned, so I will be paying it cash now.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, can we hold on?
My name is David Ochogu. I'll be launching with a sum of 5,000.
Thank you. Please hold on. We want to move to the next agenda, which is the cutting of the cake, so that our distinguished personality can join this function. Just wait here while your names are being documented. May I have the singular honor and privilege? Where is the cake, please? Okay, it's here. Distinguished Senator, sir, please. Where are other chief launchers? Dr. Piper? Dr. Piper, please. The FCT chairman. This is just 1 minute. For those of you who want to purchase the book, kindly come this way. It's important we do this so that our chief guest of honor will have the opportunity to take his leave. He has done us. Okay, please, you can join. Some of you should come this way. So, at the spelling of Nigeria again. N I G E R I A. Congratulations, please, a round of applause. Thank you very much. A group photograph, please. Quickly with the senator. A group photo, please, with the distinguished senator before you take a leave. Thank you very much. Now the donations can now go on.
Dr. Moore and the book launching with 5,000 naira.
Congratulations, sir. You are a man. I look up to you. My name is Engineer Dele Olowo Jebi. I launched this book with 5,000 EL out Nigeria.
Thank you. Congratulations, Dr. Mo. I am Comrade Yari Amudi Yakubu. I'm launching this book with 5,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ebenezer Ikwatu. I'll be picking a copy of this book with a sum of 20,000 naira. Now, this book is important because it answers a question I posed to a group discussion we were having. And we're just talking about Nigeria. And I remember saying, do we even have a Nigerian dream? And while sitting there and reminiscing, I just whispered to him that this book answers the question I asked about 6 to 8 weeks ago. So I am taking a copy with a sum of 20,000.
First time here. I was supporting this novel with 5,000 naira. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Mr. Mo, congratulations. I'm launching the book with a sum of 5,000 naira.
Mr. Emmanuel Echinchukwu, I'm launching the sum of 5,000 naira.
On behalf of Labour Party, the chairman is here. I'm giving 20T.